What's going on? This your boy Aristotle Investments. I'm a multi-millionaire stock investor. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Before I got into investing in trading, I was in the military. I was cutting hair on the side as my side hustle, and pretty much I use my side hustle to invest, and I live off my Army income. I started in investments because I wanted to figure out how I could make money on my phone. First, I Googled how to make money on my phone. That's when I started seeing apps like Acorns, Robinhood, all these different apps telling me that I should invest in the stock market. So I did not go to school for this. I learned via reading books and pretty much just looking at a few YouTube videos, but mostly books. So what my company does is, it's called Aristotle Signal and Learning LLC. Then I also have another company called AMU University LLC. Aristotle Signals and Learning is my group chat, and basically that's where we give option signals and different tools for people to pretty much swing and day trade. So day trading is buying and selling a stock within one day, and swing trading is holding it overnight. And in the AMU University, we are a live trading course, well, a live training course where we teach you how to trade, but live. So you get to ask questions at the end, and then we answer the questions for the members. And that's pretty much what we do. And I also have an ebook that I sell. I'm a day trader and I'm a swing trader of options. So I trade stocks like Apple, Google, Nike, Tesla, you name it, regular companies. So option trading is pretty much a call, bets on the stock to go up, a put, bets on the stock to go down. So basically, I pretty much predict the things for people. See, an option trade is a contractual agreement. So basically, if you're buying a call, you're betting on the stock to go up. If you're buying a put, you're betting on the stock to go down. So I can buy a call option betting on Apple to go up. How I make money is, as the stock goes up, the option contract goes up. So that is how option trading works, is you buy a contract, and then as the stock goes up, the price of that contract goes up with it. So big stocks like Tesla make more money on the contract because it moves a lot and it moves faster than other stocks. So stocks that are worth a lot, like price-wise, usually you make more money in options with. When I first started out, I had beginner's luck. I was investing in Canadian marijuana, so CGC, Aurora cannabis, Tilray cannabis. So I was making about, I would say $4K a month. Signaling is basically where I'm calling option plays for you. You're trusting in my analysis on option plays. So you might not be confident in your ability to option trade because options are very risky. So people take advice from people who are very good at it, and I happen to just be a person who's very good at it. So people pay me to pretty much give them stock picks. Literally, I started with one customer. His name was Tay. He was like, shit, I pay you $100 a month, automatic payments, for you to teach me the stock market. I started with him, and then I started reposting his stuff. People were like, shit, I pay you to, do that for me. Then it was 2 customers, then it was 3, then it was 4, then it was 5, and now I got about over 5,000. Aristotle Signals and Learning LLC is my company. I have a book, I have a chat for people, and then I have a course for people where we teach you 12 times out of the month, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 days in a row, and then they study for 4 days, and then we come back Tuesday, teach them again. We do that 4 times throughout the month. My company consists of teaching people the stock market in various ways, whether it's reading, courses, or paid private stock picks.
I be looking at your background and shit, trying to, learn a lot of shit, like that stock shit.
Yeah.
Straight up, yes sir. Yeah.
Okay, that what's up, bro.
And then I be looking at his Instagram and shit, learning a lot of that stock shit, you know what I'm saying? He be preaching to the young niggas, man. trying to, you know what I'm saying, make a way for us and shit. So I respect that shit a lot.
Appreciate that, dog.
Oh, yeah.
People are afraid to invest in the stock market because they hear stories about big losses. But in my opinion, you should be afraid to invest in the stock market because if you're uneducated in it, then you can lose a lot. The reason why I became popular because I made something that everyone was afraid of, less afraid, because no one could talk to them in linguist terms, you know what I'm saying? So y'all see where I come from. I come from all this. A person like me knows how to talk to anybody. I've been in the military. This is where I grew up at. Gunshots, whatever you name it, happened here. Anybody will tell you that. You can Google that. So, this was the apartment that I lived in when I was little. That was my room right here, this middle room, and the master room was the last room. So I had my own room when I was staying with my dad. I came to stay with him. I got expelled from elementary school. The story I remember was my mom told me that, allegedly I told some girl to suck my dick and they were about to expel me. My mom was like, pretty much, I needed male guidance because if not, I was gonna be a bad teenager. So she was like, you need to go stay with your father. After my mom whooped my ass after I got home, she literally drove me straight here. When I was like 8 years old, and she was like, you moving with your father, that's final. It was honestly like a Boys in the Hood story. She was like, you moving with your father. I swear to God, same story. I moved with my father and then I stayed here. It was just me, him, and my stepmom. I used to wake up at about 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 7. And when I was about 8 years old, and I used to literally rush downstairs. My dad didn't care, he knew I was a hustler. I walk across that field right there, and I go take out people's trash for $1. So that was the first part of my hustle. So that was my first job ever, was entrepreneurship, taking out people's trash for $1 because I realized, in the neighborhood like this, people were kind of lazy. They never wanted to take out their trash because, they dumped it every week. So that's what I was thinking. I already had an entrepreneurial mindset. In my second job, a lady came to the bus stop and she was like, who like a tough kid but like kind of like nice out here, at the same time, and they was like, him. Like, he ain't going for nothing. So she was like, well, I pay you $10 to walk my son home every day. So he was, I was in the 5th grade, he was like in the 1st grade. So she used to pay me $10 a week. So I had 2 jobs. So I was a nigga with all the candy when I was in elementary school, like, you know what I'm saying? The difference between gambling at a casino and gambling in the stock market is, the stock market is a calculated risk. The casino is literally a coin flip. Now, the stock market can be a coin flip because it can only go up and down, but at the same time, there's tools, indicators, technicals, fundamentals that tell you what's going up. That's the difference between gambling in anything and versus the stock market, is we take calculated risks instead of gambling. Someone with my expertise can stop someone from being reckless, and I can help them minimize their risk. It's all about risk management, and it's all about discipline. So you have to have discipline when you have risk management, meaning if I say only use 20% of your account, then you should only be using that at the time if you don't want to blow your account. The problem is really in the stock market, everyone's biggest downfall is risk management. So if you see somebody lose a lot, it's because they bet a lot. You can only play with what you lose. So if someone lost a lot, that means they played a lot of money that they weren't sure they knew how to play with in the beginning. So I tell people to use 20% of your account at all times and always keep 80% on hand. So why do I say that? So let's just say you have $1,000, right? And I'm telling you only use 20% of your account at a time. So you're playing with 200. So let's just say you lose $200. That's 20% of your account. So 20% of 1,000 is 200. So if you lose 200, you still have 800 to play with. People don't use risk management. They go in and they use all of their money instead of a percentage of their money, because there's going to be a learning curve when you first start. So you want to use a percentage of your money instead of all of your money. And that's how you'll become profitable in the stock market, because it gives you room to learn from your mistakes. Just like anything in life, you're going to make mistakes. Like, this is the part that I really hate about this shit. I feel like I'm glad I got money now, but it's like, man, the way Atlanta moving, if I would have just had money 2 years ago, all this shit would be different. I would have bought this. I would have, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, damn, I got money, but boy, Atlanta took off on me when I got it, boy. The best money to start off with in the stock market would be about 5K. That would be my best pricing as far as trading, the lowest and minimum price, but of course $1,000 you can win off it, but like I said, you'll be playing smaller position sizes, and you know what I'm saying, you just gotta work until you make more money. But yes, you can start out with as little as 1,000 in the market. It's very important to think long term. Like, you always hear the stories about if you would have invested just $500 in Netflix 10 years ago, you would have 30,000. You know, you always hear stories like that. So I would say it's best to go long term on companies you know that are profitable and have a nice business standpoint. Like a Disney is a long term investment. They're going to stock split one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, just how it's going to be. You have stocks like Apple that's going to keep stock splitting. You have stocks like Amazon. They're not going anywhere. Anything that you know is just going to keep climbing the ladder. How much money I got? I can have Lamborghinis. I can have all that shit. And then on top of that, this is how I move around in Atlanta, you feel me? Like, I move around in this, it's still sporty, but it's not goddamn, you know what I'm saying, like over the top. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I'm in my bed, I be getting too much attention. That shit be, you know, sometimes making me not wanna drive it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I wanna go to the grocery store, can't pull up in no damn 2020 Vet or no 2020 Lamb, you feel me? Like, that just so. I like to pull up with this shit and blend in, you feel me? How does it feel to be a 24-year-old multi-millionaire? It feels amazing. All I'm trying to do is keep this shit now. Like, every day I just work hard to just stay rich. I'm not about to blow it. I ain't doing nothing too crazy. I'm living extremely below my means. You know, I'm just trying to keep it, man.